Alright. Chris McLean of the Clan McLean. Alright, Chris McLean. What do you got Ryluzol as well? You got Ryluzol? What are you guys doing with all this Ryluzol? You got all very sick with something sclerosis? What was it? Amyotropic lateral sclerosis? I don't know what any of that means, actually. I really don't. Really? What is... let's look at what amyotropic lateral sclerosis is. It is a motor neuron disease. Oh. Specific disorder, it involves death of neurons that control voluntary muscles. Interesting. So you guys are all losing your ability to control your, like, breathing and heart, and it did say, control voluntary muscles, your ability to move your arms and legs. Never mind. You are not as neat as the good Dr. Sarah was. Dr. Sarah, what was her name? Brooke? Sarah Brooke. Christopher McLean. Checking the back's pictures. Tom comes. Okay, nothing on there. A hockey puck because you're Canadian, of course. Somebody's signature. Canadian flag. Everywhere you go, you just gotta put up a Canadian flag. I am... Gerard. Apparently he's maybe a hockey player. Here's your picture of Christopher McLean. See, look. And it's just like the two brothers again. Where's the other brother? And they're also both wearing like NASA t-shirts. I mean, really poorly edited NASA t-shirts. I have to say that the photo editing in this, not great. Like, this is just stuck on. Like, his head is just stuck on. Let's take a look at this one. At least those all look like a normal picture. But even here, like, it's like the exact same image, just like posted. Not the people, but the NASA logo. It's like it's not deformed really. It's just sort of there. What is this? See, and then, you guys have a fight? Because this is like one image that you've just ripped down the middle. Is there anything on the back? Me and Dan in 24. Interesting. You've got a tablet, which you've done nothing with, and a baseball bat, which I can't swing. Okay. Well, this has not been very educational, I must say. And a geode. Huh. That's too bad. Alright. Next room then. Soichi or Mikael? Let's go... Soichi. Ryluzol. You... Okay, this is weird. Why you all got the same... Oh, is this your wife? Oh, his wife died. It seems to me that I remember reading that his wife died last episode. Or in the first episode. That's sad. Oh, we got a thing to read. We've got a violin, of course, because you have to... No. And a bonsai tree. Really? It's like, oh, Japanese bonsai tree. Oh, Asian. Must be able to play, like, an instrument. Rubik's Cube. We've got many tabs. Alright. A watch. It still works. That's pretty cool. I wonder if it actually, like, if the minute hand's gonna move, or is it just the second hand moving? I think just the second hand is moving. That's funny. Alright. Alright, here we go. What do we got? To Soichi. To Soichi, you from Chris McLean. So what is it you found, Soichi? We found an extremophile, i.e. an organism that can live in extreme conditions, that survives massive doses of radiation. Radiation damages DNA, you understand. The extremophile has a virus living inside it. The extremophile scavenges DNA from other organisms, which the virus uses to repair the extremophile's damaged DNA. Essentially, they work together to survive in what's called a symbiotic relationship. Soichi. From Chris, yeah. So, what's the implications? I mean, what does it do? Chris. In some ways, it is an immortal relationship. It doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by DNA damage. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that ability is limited. This organism can repair damage caused by massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate biological aging, what is known as senescence. Soichi. So you found something that could make humans immortal? Chris. Not exactly. There are many causes of death other than DNA damage. It would not save you from trauma, from brain damage, or from cardiac arrest, etc. But it could potentially cure cancers and many genetic diseases, and massively increase life expectancy. Soichi. End of correspondence. End of correspondence. Okay. Oh, another. Okay. So, more thoughts. Again with the bad photo editing, because this head is just clearly just plastered onto this image. But also, this girl and this girl, not the same girl. Also, more bad photo editing. So... Huh. That's all I got. Some coffee? Maybe some tea? Oh well. And a Star Trek mug. A well-worn Star Trek mug. And many Rubik's Cubes. How many Rubik's Cubes do you need, boy? Alright. Sip of water. To Matthew Layton? Okay. Hi, Matthew. We've been studying organism 119. Ooh, excuse me. I do not know what just happened there. Bit of a fit there. Hi, Matthew. We've been studying organism 119. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image, which appears to show pilus formation. The hypothesis that this is a stress response due to high levels of radiation. We plan to infect a human cell line with organism 119 and perform irradiation experiments with flow cytometry. Would this be appropriate? It would be great if you could get the department to look at the SEM image. Kind regards, Soichi. Europa-fueled astrobiologist. To Soichi from Matthew somebody or other. Hello, Soichi. No. Hey, Soichi. It's great to see this image. Wow. More complex life on Europa. Oh no. You know what? There's a lot of really technical mumbo-jumbo in here. And I am not prepared to just trip over it. So... Oh, it looks like it's kind of pivotal. Okay. Something might be worth looking at, yeah. As it survives very high levels of radiation here on Earth. Similarly, you should consider looking at sulfubious acidibucurmacinus and sulfubious acidibucurmacinus produces pile in response to radiation and uses them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism uses a similar mechanism? Have you considered that the organism 119 is transferring our scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives 5.4 SV per day, over 300,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved such a high resistance to radiation as a necessity of survival. That said, the radiation beneath the terra macular is much lower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments which flows cytometry sound like an appropriate course of action. Hi, Matthew. I've attached an image confirming that organism 119 attaches to human cells. We will produce the irradiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose naming organism 119 Europa radiophilus. What do you think, Soichi? Hi, Matthew. We have now run the irradiation experiments and can confirm that E. radiophilus does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached. We assume survival is due to DNA damage repair. We tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GFP and have found that DNA double-strand break repair is occurring. See attached GFP image. Okay. Hey, Soichi, something's amiss. We don't know what is performing that repair. The lab doesn't know how E. radiophilus, good name by the way, could repair DNA. Have you considered that another organism may be in a symbiotic relationship with E. radiophilus? I mean, perhaps a virus or something? We ran PCR on the human cell exposed to E. radiophilus to see if there was a virus present. We have discovered an unknown virus, which we have named Unknown Europa Virus, UEV. Gel electrophoresis image attached. Soichi. This is fucking phenomenal. You need to sequence this immediately. Matthew. We finished sequencing it. Data attached is... It is a virus unlike any we have ever seen. Maybe we have found a cure for senescence, a form of biological immortality. We are running some long-term tests on plants and mice to see the effects. Soichi. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans than when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We are going on to human testing. We are going to use ourselves as subjects. It's the only way to accelerate progress. Soichi. That sounds like a horrible fucking idea. You're in the middle of goddamn nowhere. What are you doing? You have no idea what that's going to do to your body. Soichi, you a bad doctor, man. You a bad doctor. What are you a doctor of? Exobiologist. Soichi, you a bad exobiologist. Mikhail Tokarev. Mikhail, you are also voluntarily oh, you paint. Okay, we got a thing. You syringe. Okay. Okay. Morphine. Oh. Okay. Oh. Morphine. Interesting. So you using a bit of morphine on the side there, Duck? Well, you paint really well. You a very good painter. You a very good painter. I like you very much. What's this? I don't know. Okay. Tokarev? You your puppy? Oh, I like your puppy. What's this? That's broken. Alright. March 6th. The whole team experienced nausea during large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I am concerned. It was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused uniform surge in heart rate and heart ache that was detected in all members of crew. I am reporting to ISA. I reported the nauseous incident to the ISA. They offered explanation of electrical disturbance to our central nervous system. This is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous system would have done more than make us feel ill. I'm going to experiment on some shock therapy. That does not sound like a good idea, Doctor. What is with you guys? You guys are really up on your just like jumping straight to like the 3rd degree of fucking like testing. Huh. I have discovered that electronic fields disturbed our telemetry implants in a way I did not expect. I have contacted the ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disrupt the implant. The ISA have reported back informing me that I am not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. Swearing in Russian, I am continuing to investigate. I have been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. I believe I meant nauseated. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. I've established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I have been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I use my opportunities in regular health checkup to investigate crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He requested that I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. More swearing in Russian. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I am not sure if implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it is trying to subdue my mind. I think I am going to attempt excision. This is bad idea. I am going to remove the implant. This is really bad idea. It's connected to your brain, dude. How are you gonna do that? This isn't like home dentistry. I am typing with my left hand now. Excision went wrong. I have successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in operation. Tom is very angry, and crew refused to talk to me. Apparently, I am bad influence. Sarah patched me up. I wonder if the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, what would make for a worrisome revelation? Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. Are we sure it's Tom's influence? But okay, whatever. Dan informed me ISA have called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I am dangerous to mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me in the brig. I am going to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team is becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work, to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. I have discovered the nature of the implant. It is complex computer. That's a surprise. It interfaces with human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning, eliciting feeling of euphoria when wearer is obedient and dysphoria when disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuron cells through the cerebellum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant, that their strong aversion to helping me. That is their strong aversion to me. I need the method of suppressing its impact, perhaps a drug. Riluzole? This makes sense. Now we know why you're all on Riluzole. Maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effect, combined with strong electromagnetic field. I could use one of the industrial magnetic magnets from the construction robots. I have managed to get Chris on my side. He has agreed to test some medical procedure with me in private. It will be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I am hoping to keep this out of eyes of Tom, though I have feeling he will still be listening. I see. This is getting very interesting indeed. So, alright, so our hypothesis that, or our thought that I could be, in fact, being just controlled by Tom as a method to get to the crew, at the moment, seems to be accurate? Question mark? I mean, that certainly seems to be the case. It certainly seems to be the case that, like, Tom was controlling the crew found out, took out their implants so they couldn't be controlled anymore. Tom got pissed. They went into hiding because Tom started going nuts against them. You know, all theories here. And then when they were hiding and Tom couldn't find them anymore, Tom woke me up so that I could be sent down to hunt down the crew. Being the only person of the entire crew left on the fucking space station for whatever reason. I don't understand that.
These people should not have been sent here. It's not safe.
Manned space travel is not safe. Since mankind first entered space, the debate has raged over the value of manned space travel. There is a large contingent of the ISA that believes all tasks that need to be performed on Europa could be performed by machines. It is obviously less risky to send machines rather than humans into space.
Oh, Ooh. Okay, so I'm guessing... What? We're so smart.
We sent drones to Earth's moon. Scientists can remotely operate drones. If we did it there, why not here too?
It's
Teleoperation became
far.
possible on the moon when the communication latency was reduced to 1.4 seconds. The distance between the Earth and Earth's moon is approximately 1.3 light seconds. This enables near real-time control of drones by scientists. The story is different with Europa, as the distance between Earth and Jupiter oscillates between approximately 32 and 53 light minutes. It takes a very long time for Earth to communicate with Europa. Due to that distance, teleoperation will never be possible on Europa.
Okay, but why not control drones from the satellite?
Why not indeed? My systems can be teleoperated from Europa's satellite. That is when the communication lines are open. However, the advantages of human field workers apparently outweigh the risks.
So, why can't you solve these tests, Tom?
I am not permitted to think laterally. Parts of my systems are permitted to use evolutionary algorithms. This simulates what is called creativity. However, evolutionary algorithms can converge on inefficient and ethically suboptimal solutions. Since this is the case, I am only permitted to take actions in response to a set of constraints.
What do you mean by morally suboptimal?
Solutions to problems that transgress ethical boundaries.
That what? Actually, you know what? Now that I've done that, oh no, that's fine. No, it's not. Shit. Hmm. need both of these to be on. Oh, fuck. There must be another... another thing somewhere? Maybe up there somewhere. Let's take a look. Let's take that with us. Yeah, so I got one here, but I really need... okay, let's do this. So if I hit this button now... No, because it's engaged. Alright, that's what I thought would happen. Okay, and this will open up the door. And then we can go boop. And then we can go boop. And then boop. Alright. We got this. We're smart. We're smart,
Why
folks.
does a lack of creativity stop you solving these tests?
Well, I contend that problem solving is creativity. These human interaction tests are exercising your creative mind.
I don't see how problem solving is creative.
Think back to the beginning of these tests, to the first puzzle you solved. It required you to throw a box through a window. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think so.
I simply had never thought to throw a box through a window. That is creativity, thinking outside of the box.
I don't get it. Why would you never think about throwing the box through the window?
Can a computer ever be creative?
They can. But a computer's method of creativity is to try everything until something works. Think of nature. People consider nature creative. The process of evolution by natural selection. It perhaps started with one organism. From there, it essentially tried to create every organism it could. Those organisms that did not survive perished. So, nature's creative force is to try every conceivable idea. Those ideas that work survive.
Okay, so why aren't you permitted to emulate that process?
Because the solutions that a biological process creates are not always good solutions. As we see, nature is morally ambivalent. It will happily create morally suboptimal ideas to fulfill its creative mandate.
Okay.
We see this in parasitic worms, viruses, and pathogens.
Alright, so... I like Tom less and less as this is going on. I'm worried about...
If you weren't restricted, do you think you could be creative?
As creative as a human? Certainly. You believe yourself to be a creative. But in mathematical terms, creativity is merely constrained chaos.
What do you mean?
I have discerned that creativity is divergent thinking, creating an organic solution to a problem. In the human mind, divergent thoughts are created and then curated by the frontal lobe. I can create divergent thoughts and moderate them. So, I am creative.
Organic solutions?
Organic, in that it is developed through a biological process, whether that is the process of evolution or a computed process.
Okay, so this camera seems to... I don't know. I'm just moving these because I feel like we should move them. I don't know. Again, that's the only way we can go, and we don't need them in here, so. So the camera seems to be, like, operate for motion. So when it can see me, the door closes, right? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Careful, careful, careful. So, okay, let's see if we can run to the door. No. Okay. Okay, what if we can wedge the thing in? Let's try that. Nope. Oh, damn it. Okay. Alright, next thing. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can build a tower. We're gonna play some Legos here for a second. Okay, one more. Let's see what happens. This is not gonna work. Oh my god, it works. Okay. Amazing. Amazing. There's a room over there. Why can't I get to that room? Okay. Okay. This isn't creepy. Okay. Oh, that was the other thing I did, at the beginning of, this recording was I, slowed the mouse movement down a little bit so that hopefully it's a little bit less. Oh, this is weird. This is very weird. There's no shift. We can't go any faster. This is the speed we're going. Is this? Oh, okay. Oh, it's not a ball. I thought that was a stick ball. That's so weird. Why are we in here? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? That's so weird. Okay.